Greetings, everyone. Core here. It's time for another midnight review, and March is definitely a busy month for me. This week, I went to go see Kong, Skull Island, and from what I've seen so far, it's been getting really good reviews. And I was actually really looking forward to it after seeing the last trailer that I saw, which was the Kong uh, blockbuster trailer. That's in parentheses. Um, it just really I'm a sucker for music with good scenery, and it just like had the perfect timing, editing, and everything. Like the guy who made that, props to you making it seem breathtaking, and it is breathtaking. The whole scenery that the Skull Island that they have this time, is really cool, really neat. I gotta say, like all the characters do really well. There's no there's a few main characters if you want to say, but there's really, I mean, there's four, I would say. Um, Tom Hiddleston, there's Samuel L. Jackson, there's, uh, oh man, I just forgot her name, but the girl, the beauty, that's said to have killed the beast, um, which is funny because I just had her name in my head, but, and then of course there's Mr. Wreck-It Ralph himself. Oh man, I am just bad at names, but uh, you know who I'm talking about. And it splits. Well, I guess you could say Kong is really the fourth one to say, as far as main characters go, because he's a little bit more important than. Uh, oh man, I just got to forget remember his name. Mr. Talladega Nights. But yeah, so as far as the movie, it's a great movie. It's definitely better than the Peter Jackson King Kong, even though that one had more heart to some of the scenes. But of course, it was more of a remake. Where this one, it's more of a like a retelling because they're starting to make this big kaiju, big monster, like, giant monster like universe now, where there's definitely there's an end scene credit here, which ties together uh, the previous big monster movie as far as the production studio, and it's pretty cool. It was the credits did take a while to get there, but when you got there, it was worth the extra end credit scene, and it's really you kind of see it coming if you. Uh, I'll tell you right now, it's not too much of a spoiler. I'm sure it's all over the place, and you probably read it. They're tying together King Kong, Godzilla, and this is the American Godzilla, not the 2000 Godzilla, which is Zilla, but the Godzilla from a couple years ago, and it's pretty interesting to see how they little hints here and there throughout the movie, that kind of link it together to which I saw coming. I mean, from a couple things, but yeah, they definitely are setting up the Godzilla King Kong fight again. Even though I don't think it's gonna be Godzilla versus King Kong, I think it's gonna be Godzilla and King Kong versus a whole bunch of monsters, and I can't wait for that. But yeah, so as far as like everyone's job, as far as the acting and everything, everyone does a great job. Samuel L. Jackson does an amazing job once again. Tom Hiddleston, just Brie Larson, that's the girl's name. I remember. Well, the woman's name. I remember now. um, but yeah, everyone does a really good job. I do like the animation with King Kong. He's not as apey as before. He's a little bit more evolved to say. He stands up more upright like a person would. He has a lot more mannerisms as far as being like a person than a ape. Granted, he still does a lot of ape stuff. And the way he's introduced is really breathtaking and amazing. There's a few scenes that do catch you off guard if you're not ready for them. I was caught off guard once, and it kind of made me, jump a little. But most of the other ones I kind of saw coming. But a lot of people, there was some really great stuff. I had a really good audience. They clapped and enjoyed the movie just as much as I did, and it was great to say the least. It's definitely a really good movie. I would recommend it highly to see it. Um, can't really say too much else about it because there's really not much wrong about the movie. And so far, March has been really good so far. I've had Logan last week, which was amazing. I've had Kong this week. Next week is going to be Beauty and the Beast, which now that I keep seeing the trailers more and more, it looks like it should be a very good movie. It's just live action Disney movies that you've already seen. What more could they really add? But we'll see about that next week. So, till next time, guys. Later.